Hey guys, so I'm going to try to chronologically go through the entire weekend to kind of summarize what all I did. I know I've mentioned some of it already, so this might be a little repetitive in some places, but I had a really great time down in southern Indiana with Andrew and my friends and family, so I want to be sure everything that I did is included. So we left Friday, got down to Dad's, and Jordan and Callie got there, so we got to hang out with them as well. And we went grocery shopping, and watched Unbreakable, which was a really good movie. I had seen it before, but it had been a really long time, and I don't think I appreciated it properly as a kid, but it's a pretty good movie. So we did that Friday. Went to bed kind of early for us because Dad had to work Saturday. Got up Saturday, had breakfast, went to Columbus and visited my friend Mark. He's fantastic. I love him to death. He's a therapist, and not my therapist, but he's a therapist. And he has very unique perspectives on things, and I love talking to him about that kind of stuff. So we went and saw him. Then we went to meet Candy, my professor. She's an English professor at Ivy Tech in Columbus. She's awesome. I love her to death. I say that a lot about a lot of people, but I promise it's equally as true for every person I say it about. But had a good time talking to her. She and Andrew got along really well, which was nice. So we ate lunch together, at Lincoln Square, which is a little kind of diner type restaurant in Columbus. I guess there's also one in like Greenwood or Indy, Andrew said. I think he said Indy, which is cool because I didn't know there was one closer to me. I really like their food, so I might end up going there sometime. So we did that. What did we do next? Saturday. After that, I believe we went back to Dad's. Yeah, we went back to Dad's and hung out for a little while, cooked dinner. Leah and Azalea came over. I had expected Josh to be over, because I guess I didn't think to ask, and he ended up working, so he didn't get to come over, which was too bad, but didn't keep us from having a good time. I loved being able to see Leah. She's been my best friend since I was 14 years old, so that's been almost 12 years ago, so she's very, very important to me. And I hate that I don't get to see her as often as I did, in high school and whatnot. So we got to see her. Then after she left, of course Jordan was gone by this point because he only had Callie for one day. So after she left, Dad, Andrew, and I watched Split, which is the next installment in the Unbreakable Split Glass trilogy. So we watched Split, which I've been wanting to see for a while, and it was so good. James McAvoy's performance was so phenomenal. And I didn't know this until it struck me, but one of the other characters on there was played by the girl who played the lead character, Stella, in 5 Feet Apart. So that was cool to see her in something else, because I had never seen her in anything before 5 Feet Apart. So that was cool to see her in a different role. I didn't even really realize it was her until I saw her name pop up in, Dad wanted to watch some of the special features, and it showed her name, and I was like, wait a minute, that's the girl from 5 Feet Apart. So that was cool. Made me, go back in my head and reassess her performance, and she did a pretty good job as well. But James McAvoy, owned that movie. I love James McAvoy. Anyway, for people who don't know who that is, he played young Professor Xavier in the X-Men series. But yeah, so we went to bed, got up the next morning, decided to go visit my buddy Andrew. I typically call him Drewby. So we went to go visit Drewby, and we're wrapping up there, and I decided to ask David, David being my tattoo artist, if he could come to town earlier than 3, because I got to thinking about it and I knew my tattoos were going to take longer than I had initially anticipated. So we got done at Drew's, and David decided that he could come in early, so we went over there, got my side piece finished, so it's done now. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Only took like 2 years, but I got it done. I got my nose pierced, which I love. I think it's super cute. And I got a tattoo started on my left bicep. Or not bicep, forearm. Sorry, I don't know arms. Which I'd have to take this off. Here, let me show it to you guys. But this is my new tattoo. It's kind of hard to get on camera, but yep, that's it. I'll post a picture or something. But anyway, so yeah, I got a new tattoo that I love. It's not done yet, obviously, but we're gonna get it finished in about 2 weeks. Excuse me. So I'm looking forward to that. Got done at David's pretty late. It was like 6-ish, 7-ish? 6. Yeah, 6-ish. And we went back to Columbus because we have to drive through Columbus anyway. So we went back to Columbus and met William and his friend Beth for dinner at my favorite place to get sushi, which is Sushi. If you're ever in Columbus, Indiana, and you like sushi, please go to Sushi. It's so, so good. So we went there, had a great time, stayed there for about 2 hours. And we were basically there until they closed, and I realized that they were closing, and we scattered out of there because we didn't want to be those people staying late in the restaurant because that's just rude. So we left, headed back home. Andrew and I did. Headed back home. Got home a little after 10. I got home a little after 10. Got all my stuff set back up, my treatment stuff and what's it called? My oxygen and whatnot. Got all that set back up, and yeah, I went to bed, and after doing my medicine, I went to bed, and Andrew drove back home, made it home safe. It's about a 20-minute drive from our house to his, so he probably didn't get to bed until closer to 11, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm still pretty tired. That's the most active I've been in a minute, so I'm pretty tired. I had a great time. I really didn't realize how much I needed a trip like that. I realize it's only a 2-hour journey, but it still feels like a vacation or a trip or something like that, like a road trip. And I'm glad that I got a chance to do that. I feel like my light just flickered. Maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, so today my only real plans are pulmonary rehab. So I might be on here later if something interesting happens. Otherwise, and until then, keep smiling.